I went and saw M3GAN today with my wife. It is a 90s horror movie in 2023, right? But does that make it good? We're about to talk about that for a minute. I'll review the movie. I'll keep spoilers out of this one, so don't worry about it. But yeah, let's talk about M3GAN for a minute. This movie is definitely a throwback. I want to preface this review with saying that your experience at a movie theater can sway your opinion on a movie, and I just want to be real clear that I had a fantastic experience from beginning to end at the theater today, and so that might be why I'm so high on this movie. Yeah, M3GAN, I thought it was going to be something different than what it turned out to be. That didn't affect my opinion on it at all, but it was different than I expected it to be. This is definitely the next iteration in the Chucky style movies, like Child's Play style movies. The AI thing was cool. This should serve as a warning to all tech companies, even though you go, oh, but it's just a movie that never happened. But you don't know that. So this is definitely something that kind of freaks me out a little bit. But the movie was great, man. It had the feel of a movie from my childhood. It had a feel from it, like the music in it was very nostalgic. The idea behind it was pretty nostalgic. Excuse me. The way that they shot the movie felt like it was done 30 years ago almost. It was wild, man, how it just brought back the feeling that I used to get when I was young and watching these movies. I liked the fact that the movie was, this is something I don't often say. I enjoyed the fact that it was light on gore, light on bad language. It's rated PG-13. This was produced by Blumhouse, I believe, and I think that's pretty brilliant, because what that does is it gets a good movie out there for a young audience and raises them in the horror genre, which is what he does, right? So, and maybe I'm thinking a little too much into it, but the movie itself was great, man. I had a really good time. There was nothing about it that I thought was shockingly bad at all. The acting was all pretty good. I think it was serious on purpose, kind of. I don't think it was campy, but I think that they wanted to make it kind of serious, even though we wouldn't take it serious. I guess that kind of is campy, but I don't know that they were trying to be campy with it. It meant to see, it was trying to be grand. You know, I guess it was kind of campy, huh? It was fun, man. It was very, very fun. I don't want to ruin the part of the movie because there's some stuff in there that you're not going to see coming. But within the first few minutes, I was already shocked. I don't think the movie was necessarily that scary at all, but it was a really, like, the idea of it is very terrifying to me. And the idea of AI taking over and doing things that we can't control. I don't mean taking over the world, but like just doing things like that. I don't like that. But yes, this movie was pretty awesome. There's a few jarring scenes in the movie, but I think this is a odd phrase, I guess, but a horror movie for the whole family. And I don't know, man. We had a great experience. The trailers were all trailers I hadn't seen yet, and it included that new Nick Cage movie with the vampire, and I literally cheered out loud whenever he came on screen. Evil Dead Rises, or is Evil Dead Rise, is that what it's called? Whatever it is, the new Evil Dead movie. I saw that trailer for the first time today, all in the theater. There was great stuff beforehand. So like at Alamo Drafthouse, they'll show little things that are from old movies that are in the same genre of what you're fixing to watch. And I got to see that there's these two movies that I now want to watch called Dolly Dearest and Dolls from 1986. And I don't know, I haven't seen either of those movies, but those were both kind of previewed before the movie. And so I understand that between that and the food was on time, it was perfect, it was hot, the milkshakes were great, and I worked there, so I got a discount on the food. So just the whole experience was, from the time we got there till we left, it was perfect. We got there, we did watch an early movie, so it was fun, man. And I know that all of that will lead into my opinion of the movie, because if you're having a bad time watching a movie, even if the movie's really good, you're not going to like it as much. So I do understand that I may be a little high on it because of the experience, but I do think that the movie's great. I also understand that this is probably going to be very divisive and polarizing in the fandom of, say, Child's Play, maybe even in the horror fandom, but even more so Child's Play. I think that those fans are either going to really appreciate this and welcome it into that subgenre, or they're going to hate it and push it away. So I expect some arguments in the comments, I guess. But those people are going to either be fanboys of Child's Play or just like hipster talk, like, oh, I don't like it because of blah, blah, blah. There's no really any reason to not like this movie, because you're not getting a movie that's supposed to be Oscar worthy. This is just a good, fun time. And there's a few things that are a little outrageous in it. I mean, the fact that the doll exists is kind of outrageous. But like, you know, it's a really fun time, man. If you go in it with an open mind, expecting a fun time, I think you'll have the time you were expecting. If you go in there thinking it's going to suck and being like kind of crappy about it, you're not going to enjoy it. So if you don't think you're going to like it, don't go see it. You probably won't. But if you think you might dig it, go check it out, man. I had a great time watching M3GAN. I'm a little surprised that I liked it as much. I was excited to see it, but I thought I was going to get something that I didn't get. That should tell you a lot right there. But without going into any other details, I don't want to ruin the movie for you. So go check it out. It's just open this weekend. If you get a chance, let me know what you think in the comments. Please keep the comments spoiler free. I'm getting back on the content. Finally, I got my new computer set up. I took a couple of days off. I'm re-energized. I'm reinvigorated. I'm ready to go. So expect more content from us. Thank you for hanging out. If you liked the video, please let us know by liking it, comment, subscribe to the channel. Maybe we'll hit 1,500 pretty soon over here at Horror Hangout. But 31 TV is going to be a lot of good things too. So go check it out. All right. Thanks, guys. Peace.